Yes, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all blessed and well. Listen, I hope you guys have all recovered from the United game. Yes, we gave Man United their first back-to-back win, but we move. Liverpool play again, and I can't wait. Actually, do you know what? Even though we ain't been playing good football, I just like seeing the team. I just like seeing the team. I support the team. As far back as I can remember. So I just want to see us do well. I want to see us win games of football and play good football as well. But listen, hats off to all of you guys. And I'd love to know what you guys think, in the comment section after the stream. But before we get going, guys, shout out to each and every one of you that subscribed to the channel, that's become a member of the channel and that continues to help this channel grow, man. Um, I love the feedback. I love the what you guys have been putting in the comment section. So continue to do so, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But it doesn't stop here. We keep building, we keep growing. All I ask for you guys to do, just smash the like button. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're just coming across it now, and hope to see you guys in the call in as well. Because when we do the call in, I'd love to get more and more of you guys on the call in just to hear your thoughts around the team we all support and love. But listen, we're here to talk about Liverpool versus Frankfurt. It's going to be an interesting game. I speak to the lads quite often. You guys know the lads that's always on the channel as well. Savage, Cav, Jerry G, Dean as well. Big up to the man, them man. They don't know how much I appreciate them, but I'm pretty sure they might do. To be fair, but we always having conversation around football about general life stuff, and obviously our team hasn't been playing well. We haven't done the things that we expected our team to do with this level of quality that we have within the squad. So it's just been interesting to kind of watch this team develop, how it's developing, and the split between our fan base in terms of Arne Slot and is it Salah, is it this guy, is it that guy kind of conversation. And as I said, man, I support the name on the front of the shirt, and if you have that on, then I support you. But if you're not playing well, I will critique it, and I won't make my love of you as a player skew or even make me be blinded by what's going on. And I hope we're all changing in that instance. We're all Liverpool fans, not Player FC, aren't we? So let's see what we can do in this one, man. We go again. We've got a strong squad. We've got a strong team. The manager, look, he's won us the Premier League, and he deserves the opportunity to rectify what's going on. I truly believe that. That's why I've given him time to see if he can fix this. But I hope it starts from this game. I hope it started from the Man United game. But here we are a few days later, and we'll go again. So Liverpool versus Frankfurt. I'm going to go through, the team itself. Liverpool will do the team lineup. We'll do some, we'll do our score prediction, and we'll look at the Frankfurt team as well. I don't know too much around them. I've not openly watched them. To be fair, I don't. If I go to the Bundesliga, it's normally Dortmund and Bayern I tend to watch. And if there's another game on, I'll throw it on because I like the football. But other than that, I haven't really paid attention to Frankfurt, see what type of team they are, what they can kind of do. But Liverpool need a win, people. I'm not gonna lie to you. We need a win. We need to find a way to get back to winning ways. And I don't think a draw will be good enough. I think it has to be a win. It has to be a convincing win, and it has to be something where the fans can go, "Oh, okay, this is where we're going. This is the idea. This is the trajectory of our team. This is the style, and these are the patterns we're gonna do, and we're gonna go back to defending as a team." Excuse me. So we definitely need a win, man. And I just want to, I think it was Diwali yesterday, and I don't know the celebration, so forgive me, guys. I just want to shout out to anyone that's celebrating it now around the world, wherever you're watching. If you guys are celebrating it now, yesterday, is it for the whole week, whatever it is, um, big up to you guys, man. So shout out to you guys. But listen, Frankfurt is a team. That I've seen play some good football from a couple of the highlights I've seen. I've could try to do, look at their team, see where they are, and seeing how they play, and some of their players, see what they're like, see where they're standing in the league and stuff like that. But before I get to them, I just want to take you guys through a few bits that I saw for Liverpool, and I didn't know, I didn't know, that this was, when you know, but you don't know. So I'm just bringing it to you guys. Liverpool has conceded 2+ goals more often in the Premier League than any other side since the start of May, 8 times in 12 games. So we're making our life harder, guys. We're making our life harder to win games of football if we're gonna always concede. If we're gonna always concede two, well, that means we have to score three. If we concede one, we have to score two. That's just the number. That's just the maths of if you want to win a game of football. So we're always making it more difficult for ourselves. Listen, am I saying we can go to a team that don't concede goals? No. I think there's plenty of top teams around the league and teams that you play against that will always get an opportunity and they've got some good players to take those. But we're not doing enough to stop these teams from scoring. We're not setting up in the right way to stop these teams from scoring. At least then we know, right, we've got enough firepower with Isak, with Ekitike, Salah, Gakpo, Chiesa, Florian. But we've got enough attacking, prowess, attacking talent to go and score goals. But we're not giving ourselves the best opportunity to maybe just need one. So that is a damning stat, like to be fair. And then Mo Salah, obviously, I don't want to keep digging him out, and sometimes I think it's unfair, sometimes I think it's justified. But when you're world class, when you're our best, when you're one of our best player, if not the best player, depending on where you guys view him, there is a standard that you need to uphold. And I make this very clear. The standard for me isn't I need you to dribble past 100 players. And that's on an over exaggeration. It isn't I don't need you to dribble past three, four players. I don't need that. I just think for me personally, all I want you to do is get in the game, get as many touches of the football as you can, make the right decisions, and build and gain that confidence back in yourself. But when you're standing out the game for long periods of it, when you are not, it doesn't look like you're trying, and then there's a little inkling of like where you're being a bit selfish. Um, i.e., in the last game, great ball from Kirkes, drops to your feet, good touch, and then there's options to little late to finish. You go, nah, I need to go for goal. Which in the past, you're like Mo Salah, shoot, whatever, cool, not a problem. But in the moment we're in at the moment, we have to look at the finer margins, the finer details. In the moment that we're sitting in, where we're four games losing streak at the moment, we have to make the better decisions just to get ourselves out of it. And when we do, and things are flowing, and we got a bit more confident, and we're playing better, and we're getting a bit more luck on our side, then it's okay to get those shots off. It's okay to do that. But in the moment we're in at the moment, it's like we have to just make sure. Call it the make sure. If you play EA, many of you guys do, or FIFA, what it was called before they changed it, the sweaty goal, they like to call it. Sometimes when you're playing against someone that's good and you know that they're good, sometimes you have to just get that sweaty goal. Sometimes just square it across, get a few tap ins, and then you're like 3-0 up. Now you can be composed, you can calm down a little bit, relax on the ball and play your football. But at the moment, we know the opponents are good, and we're still not trying to score the simple goals. So it says here, Mo Salah has gone 7 consecutive Premier League games without scoring a non-penalty goal for the first time since joining Liverpool. The problem is there's no problem in having, your form dip. There's no problem in that. But I don't think it's like form. I don't know if it's form now, guys. I just think it's him now, or teams now knowing how to play against him, and players now going, I know what I can do against this guy, and I'm not going to give him all the respect in the world. That's what's stopping him, and he's falling into the trap of, I need to get the goals, I need to score, I need to score, I need to score. Where you don't need to do that. You can still be effective in the game without scoring. But at the moment, he's doing neither. But yeah, it's a mad stat, that. And then we've got another one here. So this one's in the Premier League, guys. So in the Premier League so far, he's only had one successful dribble in the Premier League. So how many games will we played now? 8 Premier League games. So 1 in 8. And I'm sure he's played all of them. I'm sure, apart from the Galata, but that's not. Yeah, so he's played all the games in the Premier League. And as I said, this is not about digging Mo Salah out. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to show you, if Liverpool want to win games of football, it's at the where we are sitting at the moment in 4 losses in a row, there's little details of things that we got to change, and Mo is one of them. And it's not about selling him, all of that stuff. And I know, so, my feelings on him at times. I can see that we can be a better team without him, but also I do know that the team does need him at the same time. It sounds like a contradiction, but two things can be right at the same time. So I think he can still be within the squad, but I don't think he deserves to start as it stands. And this is damning because as a winger, and our problem is what Liverpool is in turn facing is wingers that's able to beat our fullbacks and get the crosses into the box. And as I said, I don't need him to dribble 4 or 5 players. And I know that's going to be exaggeration for some that's probably watching this video. Then now it ends. You're asking for him to. No, I'm not. I'm just asking him to beat the man he's up against. Can you dribble past the man you're playing up against? Can you win that battle, that duel? Because if you do that on a consistent basis, it helps us as a team. Because at least then we know when we spray the ball out to you on the right hand side, boom, Mo's going to cook that guy. If the argument is he no longer can do that, then he has to come off the wing. Because for me, a winger is someone that's out on the wing. They get 1v1 duels. We play in a way where we're trying to isolate the wingers in a 1v1 duel, right? That's what wingers do if you understand football. You beat the guy, you get the ball in the box. You either cross it, you pull it back. Can you beat him and get a shot away? That's the simplest way I can explain being a winger. And if our argument is he can't beat the fullbacks no more, then you can't play. You can't play. Or we find a different shape or a solution to get the best out of you. My one was going, and which I'll show you guys in the lineup when we get there, which is like a back three, wing backs, 2 10s, and I can justify probably throwing him in the 2 10s because he's a creator, more inside. Maybe that's better for him off the wing. He's more closer to goal, and then you give someone the isolation out there that's good with a 1v1. If you guys are staying on track with me here. So that's what I'll do. But that stat there is kind of damning, and it justifies the reasons why I say you can't play him on the wing. And I don't think you should have him in the team and trust someone else, because at least then you can then go, right, that guy's beating that player and he's getting the ball across and he's getting the ball in the box. On the other side, you got Cody Gakpo. He does beat his guy at time, but he's I don't want to say very one-dimensional, because the Man United game, I felt like he went byline, he went inside. He was trying to vary his game a little bit more. But with Cody, you can kind of, it's what you see on the tin you get. You just know that's what he's going to kind of do. And I feel like if you got one guy on the left that is predictable in some players, in some people's eyes, and then you've got another guy on the right which isn't really beating his player, and then the guy in the middle will suffer. And I'm sure you guys can see that Isak is suffering, getting one chance a game. Ekitike is making his own chances. That's why he's dropping deep, getting the ball and trying his own thing. So I feel like we have to change it. We have to try something different. Get players that's, even a Rio is very good in the 1v1, but Arne Slot, by not playing him in the moments when his confidence was high, scored against Newcastle, scored some good goals in pre-season. You're like, yeah, give him the opportunity, play him, give him 20 minutes, see what he can do. Yamal is Yamal because he got given the opportunity. Pedri is Pedri because he was given the opportunity. Foden is Foden because he was given the opportunity. Saka is Saka because he was given the opportunity. Players in world football, young players, you get given an opportunity and they take it, and the gaffer goes, that's good. Let me keep playing that. And you nurture it, you harness it, you know when to use it, but there's a moment when you gotta go, he's good enough to play. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this one, guys. I think we need to have a bit of change there. So a lot of the conversation's been around whose fault is it? Is it Arne Slot's? Is it the team as it stands? I think each section has to take a blame. I think the players have to take some blame for themselves, because he's not the one making you guys misplace the passes on the pitch. He's not the one making you guys miss opportunities when you get them. But he's the one that sets up the formation, sets up the system, which is not allowing us to play good football. Excuse me again. So I think they both have to take a bit of blame. I'll leave that down to you guys in the comment section. in terms of a percentage, who takes the most? Or is it 50-50 for some of you guys? Is it 60-40, in the player's favor? Is it in the manager's favor? You guys let me know in the comment section below, because I would love to know where you guys are at with that. But I want to look at Frankfurt's hold on, let's go back to here and then we'll go into there. So I want to look at Frankfurt's team, right? In terms of their results so far. So their results, I made that a little bit bigger for you guys to see. So I looked at their last 9 to 10 results. So they've got 4 wins and 4 losses and a draw. So very inconsistent as well. Probably similar to us. We've got 5 wins, 4 losses. Do we have a draw in there? I don't think. No, 7 wins, sorry, and 4 losses. I think we haven't even drawn a game of football yet. That's crazy. But look, they've got a 4-1 win there, 3-1 win there against Hoffenheim. They lost to Leverkusen 3-1. Galatasaray, that's the team they beat 5-1. So, and that's Galatasaray we in turn lost 1-0 to. But that game was a good game. I remember seeing a bit of this game, to be fair. And Galatasaray had loads of chances, but they just didn't take them. And Frankfurt just took theirs. They lost to Union Berlin. Beat Mönchengladbach, but conceding 4 and scoring 6. So you can see there's a pattern there. They concede goals. They do concede goals, but they have the ability to score, and that's probably by the way they play. They do play some good football. Lost to Atletico Madrid 5-1. Lost to Bayern. Most teams lose to Bayern, to be fair. So that's neither here nor there. Freiburg they drew with 2-2. That was their last game. And then I looked at in terms of their lineup from that last game. This is what I saw. Obviously, as I said, I don't watch them, so I don't know in terms of their players like that. But obviously, Crutch is their captain. I'm looking at Brown and Doan, and in terms of what type of wingers they are. Maybe I'll do a little bit of research, maybe closer, and then I'll speak to you guys in the build-up game. To the build up to the game and see if I can see what they're like and if those are going to be fit for the game. But they played the same formation as us, 4-2-3-1. So it should be a game where it's open for us, unless they change it and they've looked at all the other results of Liverpool and go, nah, guys, listen, go 5 at the back with the wing backs, and that's how you can beat Liverpool. I don't know. Maybe that's what they do. I don't know. Let's kind of see what happens there. But look, they're going to play the same shape as us, which in turn should allow us to get at them. 4 at the back, you'd hope in who the lineup is and who plays for us should be able to get at these players. And I think Christian, I can't remember where he played. Was he at Leicester? I remember this player correctly. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section. I'm sure he was at Leicester. One of those teams. They're right back, Christensen, but maybe I'm incorrect. But yeah. Look, they in terms of their form hasn't been great, and then in terms of their team, it's not a 5 at the back. So Liverpool should do well, in my opinion. Will that happen? I don't know, bro. Let's hope and see. Let's hope and see what happens. But I think we'll be fine. But let's look at Liverpool's lineup. So Liverpool's lineup team, I know there's so much things that we can do in terms of who should play, who shouldn't play. I have a bit of sun going on at the moment. Who should play, who shouldn't play, who's off form, who's not in form, what's the best double pivot, who's the best centre-back pairing, and who should play right back, who should be playing left back. I want you guys to put your best team in the comment section. I want to see you guys' team and in terms and your formation as well. I know a lot has been said about the diamond and playing 2 up top. I've seen a lot of the guys that do the tactical stuff and tactical breakdown talk about different phases of build up and how we should set up with a 3 at the back and stuff like that. For me personally, guys, I've said I think just to stem the bleeding or to stop the bleeding in terms of these losses, man, I feel like we need to go 3 at the back, and I think that gives us the best opportunity to be successful. Once we gain a bit of confidence, then we can shift back through the different formation, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, whatever we decide we want to do. But we need to gain some confidence back within the team before we can do so. But I don't know, man, what's kind of going on with them. But before I get to that one, guys, actually, let's look at where they are in the league as well. Let's have a quick look and see where Frankfurt is in the league. They are 7th in the league, +1 goal difference, 10 points, and they're 11 points off of Bayern. But Bayern is cooking in that league. So yeah, don't. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But let's get to our lineup then. Let's do our lineup. So obviously we know Allison is injured, guys. So there's nothing we can do about that. We know Ali is out. Hopefully he'll be back soon, man. Need my boy Ali. But Mamadashvili hasn't done anything wrong, to be fair to him. He's done well since coming in, but we ain't winning games of football, so it looks bad on him. It looks really bad on him. For me personally, guys, I'm gonna go with Frimpong as the right back for this one. I think he deserves to start now. I think he will offer exactly what we need going forward and defending as well. And I don't want him to lose confidence because I feel like at the moment not playing him is going to allow him to lose confidence. For me, I'm going to go with the tried and trusted in Robbo at left back. I feel like no grudge against Kirkes. Look, young lad, still got years ahead of him. He will be Liverpool's #1 left back going forward. But let's play what we know. Let's do what we know. And Robbo is the vice captain in the team. He's been alongside Virgil, which is the next guy I'm gonna go with. He's been alongside Virgil for years at Liverpool Football Club, and I think it's just time to get this combination back. Get Robbo and Virgil's combination back on this side of the pitch. Something that they both understand, they both know. And I feel like this could work. For me personally, I feel like the Kanate and Frimpong combination could work as well. Both quick, both strong, both aggressive, both tenacious, both love a tackle. And I feel like that side you can lock it down and they go, we ain't gonna get no change out there because there's just too much speed, there's too much strength, and they can play. So I think this is what we should do, in my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. While you guys are watching this, I'm sure the press conference will be out as well in terms of Arne Slot. So I don't know the fitness of Ryan Gravenberch, but I'm going as if he's fit, and I'm going with him and Dominic Soboslai in the middle. I can't keep telling you guys and how I feel about this combination. The one time I saw it, it was against Atletico Bilbao, and I think since then I haven't seen it. And in my opinion, obviously they've played in the combination in the midfield. They've been on the pitch together a lot, but what I mean by you put these two together in the Bilbao game, we put them two together and let them just sit in front of the back line. And they were amazing in that game. We controlled the game. You couldn't get past them because they complement each other. They got speed, strong in the tackle, can pass, stamina for days. They just complement each other. They complement each other. No one has like got an outstanding skill set that stands above the other. They just work. You know, when we had Fab, Genie and Hendo, and you look at them and you looked at the other teams and their combinations, the Bruyne, the Bernardo Silva, and all of these guys, and you're like, right, quality wise, those guys are better. But our combination worked because they all complemented each other in the right way. And these two, for me, complement each other in the best fashion. Look, and if he, Gravenberch is injured, by the time you guys are, watching this, then I wouldn't play McAllister. I would go with Curtis Jones. I would put Curtis Jones in for Gravenberch in the double pivot. Curtis Jones is so underrated, not only by our fan base, but also by this manager. It's unreal to me. Curtis Jones can do the exact same thing that he's asking for. Someone that's good on the ball, can go and receive it in tight spaces, play calm, know when to hold it, know when to release it. But for some reason, we don't want to play him. And I'll take you guys back to those 2 England games when he got back-to-back man of the matches, and they played him as the holding midfielder, the anchor in there, and he balled the hell out. But for some reason, we haven't used it. So if Gravenberch is injured, I'll go with a combination of Dominic Soboslai and Curtis Jones. And then in the 10, guys, in the 10, the $100 million man has to play. Has to play. Look, yes, you guys are going to say, look, he hasn't scored a goal ends, or he hasn't got an assist ends, but he's the only one creating opportunities, guys. He's got the most chances created out of every one of our players by a mile. You have to have that. If you want to win games of football, you got to have that at least on the pitch. And fingers crossed, it just clicks and it works. He's the one so far this season that's created the most chances in the Premier League. And he's the one that for Liverpool's created the most chances. So you got to play him. You got to play him. And I feel like giving him a structure behind him where he doesn't have to drop into here, drop into here, drop into here for the ball. He can stay and let's operate between these lines here, left side, right side, go on support through the middle, make those late runs. I feel like that will be better for him. Instead of have to come deep for the ball, come into these areas and receive. No, you don't need to. You got two players there that can do that. In my opinion. And then you go to the other side of the pitch. I would go Chiesa here. I would go Chiesa. Chiesa deserves to start a game of football, and it's diabolical what the manager is doing to him at the moment. Not giving him game time, not playing him, not considering him, not like just every time this brother comes onto the pitch, he creates, and he scores a goal. He makes a difference in the team. But for some reason, our gaffer don't want to play him. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. And if you guys are watching this, which I'm sure you guys are, when you get to this point, I'm sure you guys will probably refer back to our conversation because we'll be doing a live video earlier in the day for you guys. So if you guys refer back to that, we'll definitely be having a conversation around Chiesa as well. And I don't understand why he's not playing. He needs to play. He just needs to play. And then it begs to differ on the other side, right, guys? Because look, a lot of people say Katike can go there. A lot of people saying Isak can go out there. A lot of people, Cody, Cody isn't doing what he needs to do and stuff like that. But the performances aside, and I think he has performed decent, to be fair. I don't think he's been consistent, but I think he has performed decent. He's scoring, he's assisting, he's looking threatening. I would give him the nod in this one, especially after scoring. The way he played against United, and I know many would say, well, he just hit the post ends. He kept hitting the post. Just an off day in the office with the striking. It's not like he wasn't trying. It's not like he kept missing the goal. He actually, well, technically it's called a missed chance anyway because you hit the post. But you guys know what I mean. He was definitely trying. So I'll give him the nod for this one. But what I would do, I would have this brother, Rio, ready to come on. I would definitely give Rio some minutes in this one. And then if, for an example, you're not liking it, you can put Chiesa onto the left-hand side and then move Frimpong onto that right-hand side. And then you can put on Bradley at right back. If Gakpo isn't doing what he needs to do. And then up front, guys, you already know my feelings, man. Even though Isak is my guy, Hugo Ekitike just has to play. He just has to play. There's no if, there's no buts, there's no maybes. He just has to play. The guy's too good. He links play too well. And I just want to see him in the box, in and around the box, man. The brother has got a cold finish to him. He's got that beautiful bit of arrogance to him. I don't want him coming in here for the ball. I don't want him out here for the ball. I don't want him dropping in here for the ball. I want him to stay in here. I want you to stay here, operate in these little pockets. Run, make this run here, get the feet, shoot here, finish. And that's what I want to see from you, my bro. But that's my lineup. That's my lineup for you guys. That's my lineup in terms of that. And then look, the two man in the middle, I've highlighted them. Those are the two for me that we get it right. We put them two in the middle. If Gravenberch is fit, as I said, I don't know if he's going to be fit. If not, we'll put Jones. And if it's Jones, those two. And you tell them to just not stand there, but I need every time I look over my shoulder or look across to my left, look across to my right, I need to see you there. And we stop anything from going through. Because then in turn, guess what we can do? You can allow the fullbacks to go a bit higher because we can cover those areas for you if needs be. Do you know what I mean? We can cover those areas. If Frimpong wants to go, he can go. Gravenberch, just be prepared to cover there and we shuffle across if that's where the ball's going to go. If it's going to go, Robbo, if you need to go and support Gakpo, go and support Gakpo, and then we can work from there. So that's my lineup, boys and girls. Mamardashvili in goal, Virgil, Kanate, Frimpong, Robbo, Gravenberch, Sobo, Chiesa, Furtz, Gakpo, and Ekatike for this game. I think give this team a few games just to get a bit of fluidity in there, and I'm sure we will cook. We will cook these teams, man, because you got players that want to work hard. You got players that can beat their man 1v1. You got players that's creative in there. You got hard workers in there, and I think you're going to have a bit more stability in the structure of how we defend. So let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know what you guys think about this team, about the shape. You know, who would you put in instead of? Who would you start? Sorry, what would your formation be? Stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think. I'd love to know what you guys think, man. But let's see, man. Let's see. It's gonna be an interesting game. But let's get to the score predictions, guys. Score predictions. Score predictions. I'm gonna go with a big Liverpool win for this one. I feel like the boys, especially with the team I put out, and I'm sure the gaffer is gonna make changes, because we've got Brentford on Saturday, so I'm sure he's gonna make some changes for this game. I'm gonna go 4-1 for this game, and call me crazy. Probably most of you will do in the comment sections. And you're mad. I hear it. I'm gonna go 4-1. For our goals, I'm gonna go Hugo to get a couple, Verts to get one, and I think Chiesa as well to get one from my starting 11. That's what I'm gonna go with. Um, yeah, Ekatike 2, Verts, and Chiesa to score. And I think we're gonna see some good football as well. I honestly believe we'll see some good football in this one. Um, but listen, I hope you guys go and enjoy your day. I've been rambling on for a while. It's time for you guys to let me know what you guys think. It's time for you guys to get in that comment section and tell me if I was incorrect. Tell me if I'm right. You know, tell me if you agree. Tell me if you disagree. But remember to leave a like on the video. And obviously, if you're new and you're just watching this for the first time, I would appreciate if you subscribe. Give the channel an opportunity. Give it a week and see how you feel. And then if it doesn't work for you in a week, then thanks anyway. But I'm pretty sure with the vibe we have on this channel, you guys will stay. And massive shout out to our sponsor of our channel, OK Jersey, as well, guys. Guys, I'm not kidding you. Head over there and get your football shirt. If you support any team and you're a fan of this channel, they have it. Go and get that football shirt, international shirt, training kit, home, away, alternative. They've got everything there, and it's all top level quality as well. It's from the same manufacturer, so you don't have nothing there to worry about. Go to okjersey.com, head over there. Obviously, when you go to that checkout, use code ENDS and get 8% off. Why not? Why not? The kit prices at the moment is outrageous. 180, 90, like it's mental. Why would you want to do that? It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. But listen, head over there, guys, and go and go and get yourself some stuff, man, because I can't wait. Once I get mine in, it's en route. The delivery should be in the next day or so. I'll do an unboxing for you guys as well, so you guys can see the jersey quality. There's gonna be some shirts that ain't Liverpool, though. I ain't gonna lie. So don't get onto me though. I'm just saying there's gonna be some shirts that I like some of the other team shirts as well. Not none of these Premier League ones. Don't worry, guys. I ain't doing that. But maybe a Barca one in there. I don't know. Let's see what happens, man. But yeah, let me know your guys' score predictions as well. Let me know your goal scorers. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Well, you're going to see me today again for a video, but you're also going to see me tomorrow for the build up. So join us for the build up. And then remember the call in after, guys. So hopefully we're singing and dancing and happy and singing Kumbaya after the game. Or we might be talking about 5 in a row. And I don't mean the good 5 in a row. I mean like we've lost 5 in a row. I don't think so. 4-1 win. Let's go, Reds. Peace out, people.